Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Last night, Stephen A. Smith went on an epic tirade as he broached the topic of the Democrats' Epstein emails. Yeah, man, the bombshell that shook the world on yesterday. Yeah, I want y'all to check out the tirade, man. Check out the tirade. I mean, he was on one last night. So he opens up in full rant. Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that the Epstein files were in existence and free to have been opened during the Biden administration. You were there for 4 years. How come you didn't open it as the Democratic Party did? What am I missing? I'm not saying I know. It's a legitimate question. Maybe I don't remember the answer. Maybe my extraordinary producers should be able to help me during this commercial break. But from my understanding, the files that were open are being opened now with the 222 pages of documents or whatever it is, or whatever various emails that could have been done when Biden was in office. Well, why didn't you do it if it was so important? Why didn't you do it if it was so important now? What were the Democrats doing at that particular moment in time? See, this is kind of stuff that smells. Because my attitude is just deducing how much they despise Trump as if there was some real bona fide third dirt on him, since you went after him with the 34 felony convictions, which essentially was deduced to him paying hush money to Stormy Daniels, a porn star. So she would reveal that their happenings with one another leading up to the election in 2026. Okay, if you had something like that you were willing to parade him through the streets with, of course, if you had something on him about Epstein, you'd have let it go earlier to make sure he didn't become the 47th president. That's just my thinking from a logical perspective. But what I know, either way you slice it, when that kind of stuff is going on, all it does is foster the continued divide that is inevitably going to exist. One side hates the other so much that neither side is willing to negotiate and work with one another until desperate times means desperate measures. And the American people are the ones that suffer first. And they're the ones that suffer the most because the residual collateral impact is truly, truly felt. That's the damn problem. Humana. This dude is a trip. The way he caped for Donald Trump needs to be studied. I mean, this dude be caping for Trump. He's one of his greatest, and he's an undercover. He's really not undercover, but he tried to ride both sides. But he said one side hates the other so much that neither side is willing to. Come on, man. Both sides hate each other about equally. But you riding that Trump train, man, and you just don't want to admit it. You don't really want to just come right out and say it. But yeah, you're a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter and a Trump scrotum clinger. Yeah, man, you be riding that boy way too much. You would defend him at every turn. Wow. Man, what happened? What happened, Steve? What happened to you, brother? What happened? Did somebody hurt you when you were a kid? You see, here's the thing, fam. See, it appears to me that Stephen A. Smith may be missing the fact that the recently released Epstein emails are not part of the DOJ's Epstein files, which, as noted in the article, was ordered sealed until 2024. Rather, these emails were only recently obtained by the House Oversight Committee. which acquired them by directly subpoenaing the Epstein estate, something the DOJ during the administrations of both Biden and Trump apparently has never bothered to do. By the way, it was the Democrats on the committee who pushed for the subpoena after it was suggested to Congressman Ro Khanna by an attorney for Epstein's victims while they were guests on MSNBC's The Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell. It seems like to me that there is plenty of blame to go around regarding the handling of the Epstein case. But at this juncture, casting aspersions on Biden and the Democrats seems a bit asinine to me, especially considering the content of Donald Trump's character. You dig what I'm saying, fam? The math ain't mathing for him to be going so hard against one side. All of them do a whole lot of messing up. They make a lot of mistakes. Stephen A wants to play both sides of the fist. One side, 1 minute he's, it's messed up. People are starving and we got to get them some food in the belly. And then the next minute he's just one man. Why are you blaming Trump? Why are you not trying to get along? Why are you trying to antagonize? He's the president of the United States, whether you like it or not. 80 million people voted for him. He is one of those dudes who go very, very hard on blacks and Democrats and very, very soft on Trump and Republicans. There's a distinction. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith is a mole. He's absolutely a mole. So he talks out of both sides of his neck. I was about to say, don't listen to just the words coming out of his mouth because a pair of lips will say anything. But if you listen to him, he's over here one moment, then he's over here. He's over here one moment, and then he's over here. Let me go back to something that he said about his producers. Let's see, where is it? He said, maybe I don't remember the answer. This is in regards to the files being released. He said, let me just read the whole thing to make sure that you guys catch the context. Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that the Epstein files were in existence and free to have been opened during the Biden administration. You were there for 4 years. How come you didn't open it as a Democratic Party then? What am I missing? I'm not saying I know. It's a legitimate question. Maybe I don't remember the answer. Maybe my extraordinary producers should be able to help me during the commercial break. When somebody says, I don't know, maybe I don't remember the answer, what they're doing is double talking. They're saying that I really didn't do my homework, but I'm speaking on this case. I really didn't do my research, but I jumped out in front of this anyway. But I'm going to say maybe I don't remember. Maybe I didn't hear it. I don't know. I'm going to say that to protect myself. That way, if somebody say, hey, man, they can offer proof like I just did. He can say, well, I missed it. I said maybe. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe next time before you issue a verbal indictment against your enemies, you should do your research and realize that the Republicans were in control of the House in Biden's last 2 years in office. They could have called for the files to be released just like the Democrats did. Why didn't they? They could have done that independently through committee rules. Why didn't they do it? Why? And why didn't you ask them that question? The Republicans could have also passed a House resolution, just like the current one. Why didn't they do it? Nobody even really cared about the Epstein files until Trump started screaming conspiracy until Trump started it. See, the way Trump plays with y'all is that however he wakes up and feel, he does. And if it seems like it was a bad idea, he just takes another course and he reimagines the narrative. And all of the dummies just fall right in place. Like they don't like it until Trump does it. And then when Trump does it, they make excuses for him. And when Trump doesn't do it, they are blaming everybody else. But when they find out Trump is cool with it or Trump actually did it, then they come back with more and more excuses. It is just absolutely amazing how that works. This is a situation in regards to Trump where he let his mouth overload his ass. And Stephen A. Smith, being a staunch Trump supporter, walked right into that one, just like the rest of them do. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.